All right, it's Friday night and we're doing it right. It's Bar of DeMOCKracy. That's M-O-C-K. Easily the most random internet show you'll come across. We're gonna have a topic tonight. We're gonna have 3 topics, in fact, that none of us have any idea what they're going to be, and we have no idea who our host is going to be. But there's only a way that we do it, and that way is the fuck 'em fam way. Let's meet the gang, shall we?
Yeah.
Hey! There we
How's
go.
it going, everyone?
There we go.
Welcome
What's
to
happening?
the dive bar, babies.
Welcome to the dive bar.
Oh, shit.
Welcome.
Let's
So-
get crunk.
It's Friday night, and we're doing it right here at the old Dive Bar of DeMOCKracy.
The most treacherous hive of scum and villainy.
Decorum. That's really what we're all about here, is decorum.
It is.
Well, I suppose with that being said, we should get on with the evening's affairs and find out who our host is. Can I get a drum roll? Oh, it's General Derek, the mean general himself. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Doing good. I'm doing good.
Yeah?
How's
all right.
everybody else doing?
Doing all right?
Doing good. I'm glad it's
Everybody's-
Friday night.
Guys out here and ready to party finally.
Got
do
your
this.
partner?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. I see Vixen and Benny and
It almost feels like Romper Room, like with the
Yeah.
mirror. Like, I see
Romper
Vixen
Room.
and I see. You know exactly what I'm talking about, motherfucker.
y'all wrong.
Oh, my
I just think
Lord.
Sesame Street. I'm just like, one viewer.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at the number, the people, the number count.
We're getting a little bit of lag here tonight, but, you know, that's just the way it
Little
goes.
bit.
It's okay.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
We'll
when.
figure it out. We usually do.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we do here.
So, Derek, you being our host tonight, I wonder what topics you have planned.
Oh, you know me. You can throw up the first slide.
Alrighty.
We're going to talk about America and its diversity.
All right.
Awesome. I like that. I like it.
Go to the other one first.
Okay. Give me one moment, gang.
Sure.
Oh, and thanks, Vixen, for the sweet compliment on my hair.
This one.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
Sure. This is a break.
Whoopsie.
This is what America looked like in the 1960s.
Interesting.
As you see, the large majority is white.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You can throw up the next slide, which was the one you showed first. Is America estimated in 2045? See the difference in those two?
Do we
See the difference
see
in
the
those two charts?
difference?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Wow. We've had a lot
This
of
is
influx of
America.
Hispanic people. Yeah.
This is America, and this is why I think the racism we're seeing on TV and the bullshit and all this dying breath of fucking Dixie is because they're scared of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The America's turning into a nice, cool coffee color.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a melting pot or a mixing pot.
Mm-hmm. And
That's what it's supposed to
And
be.
we're at
I
a
think
point now where
I'm sorry.
we're at a point now where everyone is in your family. You have a person of color or a close friend, or it's you can't get away from it. I
Yep.
think that's what's driven the great replacement bullcrap that these people are spreading around. And I don't think America is as divided as people think.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
think so
that
either.
also we're experiencing the same kind of backlash that we got when we were dealing with civil rights, for example.
Yeah.
Yep. None of it's been settled.
And they're rolling back, like, I mean, all these things that we made progress, it took a long time to make progress, is rolling back. Like, you know, the DEI, the just, you know, stuff that we need, because a lot of people need to be taught diversity and how it works and inclusion and everything. That's, you know,
Well, I mean,
that's how the world works,
yeah,
baby.
the ability for, I mean, I guess suppose for lack of better words, white people to just be able to look beyond and outside of their comfort zone for a certain amount of population that's beyond them. That's just too much.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to use the idea
Hi,
of
motherfuckers.
DEI as an epithet.
You want to know what a big DEI program is? The military. They take everyone almost, except for Kyle Rittenhouse. But they take everyone.
They didn't want that. They didn't want that fucker.
It's like, and look how well they function.
Well,
They figured it out.
the military is genuinely where I learned a lot of bullshit that I was taught in my younger years was bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's because
Yeah,
you
no-
leave the bubble you're in. Like, especially people, I mean, even in small towns who maybe have a few, you know, people of color, but not a whole lot. And then, you know, you go into a world, you know, I'm just sorry. This is just the way of the world, and you need to, if people need to, because people don't get out of their bubble, you need to learn how to be inclusive. You need to just, please, it's not that hard to be diverse and to be, you know, to include people. It's not. It's not that hard, people. That is way easier than hating.
This is true.
Well, when you've had privilege your entire life, equality feels like oppression. You know what I mean? There's a reason that saying
You don't even have
exists.
to. Yeah, go ahead, Skip.
I ended there.
Oh no, I was just gonna say you don't even have to like seek it out, right? You just don't stand in the way of, you know, letting people be included in things, and Republicans are actively standing in the way.
No, yeah.
Obstructing.
They hate that.
Progress.
They don't want anybody to be anything but a cookie cutter. Just, they don't like it. If they don't want people to have individuality.
No, and they're tying it into religion, and that's a big problem. That you cannot combine all these things together. You get radical people.
Yep.
Well,
I mean, just respecting somebody else. I mean, people have to broaden your horizons, people, please.
the more dedicated they are to their religious zealotry, the more that they have no problem justifying murder. I mean, I hate to say it, but listen to that crazy ass preacher that Tony was playing today. Like, he would rationalize anything away when he's sitting here talking about, well, if I'd have seen King David with Bathsheba, then I wouldn't have thought differently. It's like, dude, you're basing your entire life off of imaginary people. Like, it's like if I was to just base my life off of like Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when he said that. I was just like, yeah, and if I had seen what the Jelly Bean King did to Morty and all the other kids, I would still, what the hell, dude? Like, this is all fake. What are you talking about?
And then the Oompa Loompas came.
Yeah.
Well, for those of us that live in the real world and have to live with other people and want to live with other people of different diversity. Diversity is our strength. That's why America did so well in the past.
Absolutely. I 100% agree.
Yeah,
I mean, the
was
statute
hoping-
says, give us your tired, your weak, hungry, huddled masses.
Yep.
Yearning to be
Yeah.
free.
Correct.
They talk about the Constitution, but nobody mentions the statute anymore.
I don't.
Mhm.
That's because it was
Yeah, I
from
was hoping
France.
for Kamala
And there's
Harris
a
to
good
be-
chance that most of our relatives, some of them came through Ellis Island and through that golden lamp.
Yeah, I mean,
They did.
unless any of us are full blown Native
Yeah.
American, we came from somewhere.
Yep.
One of my great grandfathers, we know when he came through Ellis Island in 1911. Right.
There you have it.
I got Native American in me.
I was hoping for Kamala Harris to be the first woman president and woman of color president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she was polling at like 1% to 2%, and then once South Carolina happened, and then Clyburn went behind Biden, I put it out there that it was going to be Biden and Kamala Harris as the ticket, and so diversity is what we need, and you got to embrace it.
Yeah.
But look at his
So-
cabinet. It's got the most women ever and people of color.
Yeah. Very diverse.
And
And I
they're
love
all
it.
qualified. They're the most qualified people in their field.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all they can do is complain about, stupid stuff. They can't complain about the cabinet.
Nope.
No.
They complained about Mayor Pete taking bonding leave for having a child. Like,
I know.
that's
I'm
all
not-
they can do. That's all they can do is to find ways to complain.
I genuinely
It's
feel like
always a personal attack.
the only reason they complained about with Pete Buttigieg taking leave is because they never got to. So it's just sour grapes. It's just so much.
That's so true.
It's just sour grapes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
would they
When
have? Is a good question too.
When I had my kids, my business partner, like I only took like 2 weeks off for my first kid, and then my second, I took like 10 days off, if that. I know, because my business partner, he never had it. He never took time off when he had his kids. So it goes back to like the Republicans. They are people who will throw out anything that like people want to have, including diversity, because they never had it themselves or they never experienced it. So
Fair.
Even
it's-
maternity
It's
leave.
more excuse.
I hate to
It's
say
not
it,
that great.
but it's the same reason why they're against LGBTQ. Because they're like, I wanted to suck dick when I was a teenager, but I mean that's how I was born. But they said that I'd go to hell, and so I just had to let the preacher. I mean, wait, what?
So, one thing I always think of when they talk about the DEI stuff is they always bring up pilots, and it's like I don't know who here has done pilot training. Like I did a little bit, I never finished. I got to go back and finish one of these days. But it's like my challenge to them is find me any standard in any airline or with the FAA that has different hour requirements and hour on type requirements for black people or brown people or whatever. Go ahead and find that. You won't.
Doesn't exist.
Well, I mean, it's just genuinely giving them another boogeyman and another dog whistle because, you heard fucking stupid ass Greg Gutfeld being like, DEI means didn't earn it. You mean like why you're on television? Because like the spot you're in is reserved for a fucking comedian.
Yeah.
God, I hate that guy. I mean, he just irks the crap out of me.
It's about as funny as bowel
Tell him
cancer.
this,
Yeah.
but saying everything as if you know and you're really smug doesn't make
And
it
he's
a
like
joke.
sitting down in his chair and shit like this, and I'm like, what kind of fucking shit is that, dude? Like, just know. It looks dumb and you look stupid, look like you wasn't raised right.
He looks like his parents are related.
Denzel.
He just sort of has that like dog that's been bred too many times, lack of like consistent confusion look.
Ugh.
It's called Tucker
Denzel
face.
Washington.
It's called
set us
what?
all back like
Tucker
Denzel
face.
set us back in
Tucker
PEI
face.
when he did the Flight movie. So he set that whole movement back with doing that Flight. 'Cause he portrayed like a drunk pilot that screwed up the whole deal. So we got to blame Denzel for DEI.
Okay, that makes complete sense. Are we gonna blame fucking Steve Buscemi for the problem with rampant crime in the air?
Lord.
On it.
Nicolas
Connie.
Cage.
I'm glad somebody caught it.
I got caught there.
On air.
Dude. My husband made me go to the movies with him to see that shit.
I got Biden jumping out of an airplane with the parachute. He'll do that.
Does that still hold up? Does that movie still hold up?
With Con Air?
Now,
I don't think so.
I think that movie
No.
sucked.
Damn.
I'm just going to say it right now. It was terrible. But, hey, but the Rock movie was good, remember? With Sean Connery.
We all
That
remember
was
the,
pretty- I
the
was
famous
looking at-
line from that movie.
Burnt.
Which movie are you talking about now?
The Rock
Con
with
Air.
Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Yep.
Losers
It was,
talk about what they
it was a
couldn't
pretty good movie. I had to go to,
Winners go home
the
and fuck the
movie
prom
theater to
queen.
see that one, too.
Yeah.
I think back to our subject
It's
matter.
like, that being said,
That being said, that being said, that they're now wrapping Christian nationalism into the framework to get people to vote. They already have the churches as networks, grassroots communities, and that's how they're, winning while losing. I don't know how any other way to put it. They already have this network set up and they're using it.
well, yeah, because they're just going to use grievance. I mean, nothing fuels those asshats more than grievance.
100%.
And they are asshats.
Yeah, and like you said, they've extended it to the LGBTQ community as well, and
Yep.
Yeah, they're
it's
getting
becoming dangerous.
They're getting to the point where they're getting
fucking
trans
maggot
people
extremists.
to be against other. I mean, they're getting LGBTQ people to be against other to be against trans people just because they're seeing. I hate to say it, but they're just seeing a fucking paycheck.
Yeah.
Here's another little pie chart.
I predict that the next person they're going to call a DEI hire because of the bridge situation is Pete.
Oh yeah,
Secretary
definitely.
Pete. 100% they're going to call him that, and it's just a
Yeah.
replacement for the F slur.
Oh
we
yeah,
know.
totally, absolutely.
You could go to the next slide, Skip,
Okay.
because it kind of ties into what we're talking about.
What do we got here?
There we go. These are
The number of unique.
book titles challenged since 2021 to 2023. These numbers are doubling.
You
Every
see that?
library across the nation.
Look at these fucking numbers. Look at this shit. Now the question is, I mean, they're obviously trying to ban things like Toni Morrison. They're trying to ban things like the Diary of Anne Frank because we know they want to just recreate history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Well, you can go to the next slide.
They banned Night. They banned Search for Meaning. They banned They Thought They Were Free, which is a book I've recommended a bunch of times. They ban all these books that are about fascism because that's what they want.
they want
The
to
Handmaid's
recreate it.
They
It's
don't
very,
want
very
people to
simple. I mean,
read
it's a very fucking nefarious plan. I mean, Project 2025 is the game. Like, I
Yeah.
hate to say it, but
That
it's
is
the
the
game.
Right here. This is what they're targeting.
40% titles.
Titles targeted for censorship in 2023 represent the voices of lived experiences of LGBTQIA and BIPOC individuals.
And the
I
thing,
see a trend here. I don't know. The numbers don't lie, folks.
well, I hate to say it,
And
but
these are small groups of people causing repeated reportings and causing you not to be able to see this information. They're not the majority.
well, in the same way that unfortunately, MAGA has really, really, really been able to target Black and Hispanic conservatives by A, lying to them, B, getting them to believe everything that Thomas Sowell says, and then also, as Steve Bannon said, they are the others that they're going to reach out to. Remember that, Derek?
Yep.
Like, I hate to say it, but I mean, some of my favorite reaction channels that I used to watch for music reactions, they
Same.
all of a sudden they started reacting to Thomas Sowell, and then they started reacting to the Hodge twins, and then all of a sudden, like, the person that I thought was my ally in the fight is like, oh, it seems to be that you're into MAGA because you just don't like trans people. And I know that within conservative Hispanic and Black communities, you know, being anti-LGBTQ is just like the thing to do.
Yeah. I saw the same thing with like fitness channels.
Yeah, totally.
During COVID, especially. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, do you remember when Jordan Peterson was just like, hey, clean your room? And then like then COVID came and like he just lost his ever-loving fucking mind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same with Russell Brand. Oh, yeah. And then he found Jesus once it turned out that he was going to be pinned with allegations that he allegedly performed.
Yeah, the problem with these books being banned and this material being taken away from people is that young people that need answers or are not getting these life experiences from people who have had these experiences. So they're at a disadvantage. They're literally, they don't know. They're being denied.
Something they can identify with.
If you have a problem with what your child is reading, go to the fucking library with them.
Well, I mean, in the same way that, I mean, I hate to say it, but they are just taking anything that might possibly teach about how the Nazis came to power and getting rid of it, because we no longer have Holocaust survivors to do tours, to like talk to high school, you know, kids and whatnot. Like, I remember, I believe we've talked about this in previous podcasts, but you know, we had a Holocaust survivor come to our school, and unfortunately, because of the deep accent, we couldn't understand exactly well. But, you know, it was, when you see the fucking tattoo, you know, once you see the fucking tattoo, you know, then all this Nick Fuentes Holocaust denying bullshit just goes smooth the fuck out the window. Because it's like, there's the tattoo. Do you think they did that because they were bored?
No. But they ended up that way by people calling them animals.
Yes, exactly.
Huh? And where the hell have we heard that before?
And treating them like animals.
Recently.
Caging them.
Yeah. Because they're other. Made them feel other to people. Made them seem not human.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, they keep using the Laken Riley thing to stoke the death, and I mean, the Laken Riley death to stoke the bigotry in the same way that they were using the Ashley Babbitt thing as a martyr. And if you just really go back to where we always want to say the Fashkant original, and I mean, look at who the Nazis used as their martyr. They even made a song that became their official song. He was, you know, doing Nazi shit, and he fucking died from it. And because they always have to be the victim, they turned it into like their national anthem. If somebody wants to pull up the Google machine, I'm sure they can tell me I believe it's like the Horst vessel, something, because I believe
Horst vessel lied.
Yeah, exactly. Horst vessel lied. Same thing, but only with Ashley Babbitt. And I have to say, as far as that's fucking concerned about Ashley Babbitt, and I'm saying this to everybody, as a veteran, you fucking know what stand down means.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been saying that for a while. It's that Ashley Babbitt's going to be their horse vessel.
Oh yeah.
As a veteran, she should have known better. Because she climbed, he warned her.
She should have complied.
And she still. And I'm like, dude, you should have known. You should have known what was going to happen.
Yeah. I had some MAGA buddies point out that the guy who shot her was a man of color, and it's like, it doesn't matter.
No matter what color it was, he's there to protect the people.
He was there to protect.
That just gave them that much more fuel for the fire for their, their various conspiracies that they have to gaslight the fact that they fucking failed.
Big time.
That's right.
And everybody in there, all those people were freaking streaming live.
Yeah, I mean, can you record your fucking crimes anymore?
Fucking animals. I posted videos of this.
It was insane.
Isn't it weird how when revolutions and coups succeed, they don't claim it was someone else afterwards?
It's funny how that works, but when they fail, then it was Antifa.
And the slogan 1776 is fucking stupid. Stop it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but the fact that Lauren Boebert typed in it's 1776 and gave Nancy Pelosi's fucking location away. I'm sorry, Barry Loudermilk giving tours to the fucking tunnels. I do not want to hear any of this gaslit bullshit because every fucking defense attorney for every one of these stupid J6 fucking traitors, who did they say why their client was there? Yes, that's right. It was Donald Trump.
Yep.
And somebody pulled out, panic buttons and shit out of people's offices.
Cory Bush's office. Straight up.
So inside people for that.
The calls are coming from inside the house.
Oh, yeah.
Representatives.
The calls are coming from inside the fucking house.
Ron Johnson, Pete Sessions, we're looking at you.
200 indictments waiting.
Josh Hawley, Lauren Boebert.
Marjorie
Cruz,
Taylor, we are looking at you.
Yep.
Or is it Marjorie Green now? I don't know. She got she got divorced.
So we'll say it, traitors. Traitors.
Once we vote Donald Trump out of office, they will no longer have cover.
Yep. Well, he is out of office, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Well,
You know what I mean? What I meant was beat his ass in the election.
Yeah, Jim Jordan
the thing
knew they were using
is that
Russian
it's going to
information.
take a while for us to even though if we don't vote, Trump doesn't get in, we're still going to have to fight against these people who are being brainwashed and that are still going to,
This fight will never end for me.
The fight is not going to be over for a while.
No.
Because it's just not.
Because there are way too many people with way too big of a megaphone getting paid way too much money to tell too many lies.
Yeah.
And
I'm sick of that shit too. They need to bring back the Fairness Act or some shit because it's bull.
I mean, the Fairness Doctrine was revoked by Reagan and Rupert Murdoch. And do you know who was in the office when that happened? Roy Cohn.
Roy Cohn.
Yeah.
Dude,
He's like
guess what?
Dude, he's like the 6 degrees of separation of like dicketry.
Yeah. And guess what? Happened a year later after they revoked the Fairness Doctrine. Fox News came to the United States.
Oh, really?
It's weird that they waited until after that.
Like there's some kind of coincidence.
Where did they come from if they weren't in the United States?
Australia.
Yep.
Rupert Murdoch's Australian. Sky News is basically Fox News in Australia.
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit is what it is.
Should have kept
Do not come.
Yeah, right?
No. Don't worry, I'm not.
No worries about that any fucking time soon. That's like that's something you probably hear at like
another
a
thing I didn't know about, and I want to know if you guys knew about this. I learned it 2 years ago during COVID, and it was the Black Wall Street in Oklahoma, I believe, in Tulsa.
Tulsa,
Yes.
Greenwood District.
I did not know about that.
No,
No,
they don't teach
Never
that shit
taught
to you
in
at school, honey.
They didn't teach me that in schools.
no.
That was, I think that was the 20s or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't
around
remember.
the end of the 1920s, I think.
Right, it's
I mean,
around 29, around the time of the Red
Dude.
Summer.
Talk about some fucked up shit.
Well, that would scare the rest of any other African Americans to stop trying to succeed, for God's sakes.
Yeah, because
They were very prosperous.
1921.
there's two things I want to point out from that's absolutely bullshit. Number one, every time that white people are like, black people need to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, they do. They burn it down. It happens every single time. That also
Every
takes
time.
away the idea of generational wealth. Like getting a house passed on to you, or just that kind of thing. And unfortunately, because there were so many people who were left destitute, from the Red Summer, because if you look into how many different massacres there were, yes, those of you playing at home, please Google the Red Summer. You can see that generations upon generations in multiple cities of black generational wealth was completely destroyed because, just the idea that they might get ahead of white people. And also, if you think about it, these were the same people that destroyed those towns that were also probably going to be, supporting the America First Party. So if I'm not mistaken, it all kind of just overlaps into one. So we got a melting pot of amazing, innovative technologists, and we have a melting pot of absolute guerrilla shit.
Just to bring it full circle, like that's what we're seeing now is the white people trying to break that cycle again of minority people, black people trying to gain wealth. They're trying to tear it down.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's what the whole slur is.
That's the whole thing. Yep.
That's the whole caboodle.
Yeah,
right
I mean
there.
that clip that he played about.
And now you're seeing middle income black people everywhere, and it's blowing their fucking minds. Blowing their minds.
Well, I mean, not only has Biden created the lowest black unemployment in history, but also had the most diverse cabinet in history, thus making sure that, every single, kind of person was taken care of from the middle out and the bottom up. But also, I mean, these are policies that are really reversing things like redlining.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or building, Seneca Village in New York. Do you remember? It was an extremely prosperous black community. And what did they do? They bulldozed it and made it into Central fucking Park.
The Rondo neighborhood in St. Paul, they bulldozed the Rondo neighborhood, which is was a majority black neighborhood, and put I-94 through there.
That happened a lot in black communities.
Yeah.
I mean, splitting the high. I mean, how many? Sorry, Theron.
No. You go ahead.
I was saying how many prosperous black communities were split up just simply by putting a highway in there. You know what I mean? Or gentrification.
Yep.
I mean, for those of you playing along, go ahead and look up Maxwell Street in Chicago. It was easily one of the most bustling areas of trade and culture. Everything from people, selling their goods to, every kind of immigrant living together. I mean, Robert Nighthawk sitting there playing the blues right on the corner. You can listen to Live on Maxwell Street. Absolutely amazing record. Yeah. But I mean, there was an entire culture that was there. And what happened? That's right. Gentrification and highway came right through it. Took every single piece of culture, every single bit of business that was actually thriving. Same thing happened to the Big Nine in Chattanooga. You know what I mean? Like all this exact same thing. Every time that Elena fucking Arkansas, Rosewood, Ocoee, fucking Florida, every single time that any sort of like, I don't know, black community started to thrive, jealous white people just burnt it the motherfuck down, and then was surprised when there's destitute, homeless black families, and then men have to commit crimes to feed their fucking families, and they have to go to jail. I mean, it's all by design, but luckily we've learned from it, and we know what they're going to try to do again because the Fashcant original. I'm going to stop and drink now.
Yeah, and it's related to what you were talking about earlier with the generational wealth inequality. It's like, why do you think they chose those neighborhoods to eminent domain and build the public projects on? Because they were cheaper. Because that was the low class part of town.
Cabrini Green,
and
bro.
If you could,
and then they build industry right next to it to pollute it. They build the worst factories right there.
Because eminent domain isn't just for public works anymore. It's for something that they deem will benefit the community. And that's a decision called Kelo versus New London, where it's just like, if they're going to bring in a mall that's going to take down your house, well, that's jobs. So, they can eminent domain your property for a private business.
Mm-hmm.
And that happened a lot too.
It's just, I mean, there's always the raw fucking deal. And the more that we learn about it, the more we talk about it, the more we expose it, you know what I mean? I hate to say it, but also, during the Great Migration, when, there were so many people who left the South to come to Chicago to start a life, and Chess Records was built and stuff like that. When television first came around, there were poor families, especially black families, eating dog food because they couldn't afford regular food, and they made it look so good on the television. They made it actually look like you could fucking live off of this, and they ate fucking dog food.
Wasn't a personal choice, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's
awful.
Good Times had an episode where the neighbor lady had to eat cat food, and they invited her over for dinner, and the family was worried that it was going to be a cat food meatloaf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like Tony was saying today about Roseanne Barr and her show, how
I hate to say
that
it.
show was reality for so many of us.
But I mean, television was woke as fuck back in the day. Like, I know that this whole idea of woke
really
just came around. No, shit was woke as fuck.
They were doing stuff. I was in high school when that started. And I was like, we couldn't wait to get to school the next day to talk about.
That's why those shows don't hold up from the 90s today, is because they were topical and relevant to the time and place that they were produced in. And so and now I kind of feel like with television, this is a tangent, but with television, it's all about making the joke or the gag or whatever, and it doesn't actually reflect what's going on in real life.
Yeah.
Something changed.
Dude, even back in the 90s, even Tim Allen's show, Home Improvement, was somewhat woke. And look at him now. He's a raging fucking chud.
Yeah.
Like,
so you can't argue they were good actors.
Disappointing.
I don't know.
Or did they just fall off the cliff?
They got rich.
I think that's it, yeah.
It's it right there, man.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Because they get big ass tax cuts. Because they're kind of places this. Kidding. It's great. I love it. I love Dive Bar.
Can we get super chats?
Do you want to see an impression of the lady that worked at the dive bar in my town?
Yes.
She
Yes,
she always, even like currently, like she would wear Rocky Mountain jeans, and nobody wears Rocky Mountain jeans anymore. Okay, and girlfriend, we know that she's been doing whatever because she's like cracked out of her skull, and she's all wiping the counter. She's like, "Can I get you something? You need a drink? Huh? You like a beer? Oh, yeah. Let's wipe it. I'm like, damn, she's gonna wipe a hole in that damn counter. Yeah. What can I get you? Huh?
Weaker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
little
like,
did you know she was on
holy shit.
methamphetamines.
Am I the only one? Am I the only one here that like actually lives in the Rocky Mountains and doesn't know what Rocky Mountain chains are?
Well, hey, you didn't miss anything because those damn things were uncomfortable AF. Okay, I just want everybody to know. They were like so high-waisted, like you went out and you had them starched, like you didn't sit down. And it had that seam that went right down your crack of your butt. I'm like,
It doesn't sound too bad.
I
Well,
remember Jordache, but not Rocky Mountain.
that was if you know, wore boots and shit and wanted to go out dancing. Everybody went Rocky Mountains, you know.
why don't you tell us about this day in history, Derek?
I pull it up so I can remember.
I tried to pull it up for us live, and it decided that it was like, either I can come up or I can give you a microphone, your choice. And I was like, I should probably go with the microphone.
I have this view from inside Derek's brain.
That's it right there. That's it. Just this stanky, too.
Oh yeah, rope games.
It's legal in Germany now.
Yep.
April 5th,
There you go, nice.
1992.
I was a senior in high school.
There's a ride on the streets. Where were you?
I
was raising kids.
I was a senior
at
in high school
home
getting ready to graduate.
watching your TV while I was participating in anarchy. Anyway.
I was 3 years old. Yeah, I
I
was
was
3
about-
years old. So
Yeah,
I have no fucking clue where I was.
I had just turned 18.
Shuby,
I was
where were
not-
you?
I was at a sports bar, probably getting hammered.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, it's
Watching sports. and
completely
doing happy
legit.
hour like every night. 30 years old
Aaron?
ish.
I was 7, probably playing NES. So,
And we got fake Tony.
I was at home watching it on the news and smart enough to throw a tape into the VCR and set it to record and record the news that day.
Right.
So
Today, on that day, abortion rights advocates marched on Washington. A march rally in support of reproductive justice for women draws several 100,000 people to demonstrate in Washington, D.C., one of the largest protest marches on the nation's capital. The pro-choice rally came as the U.S. Supreme Court was about to consider the constitutionality of Pennsylvania's state law that limited access to abortions. Many abortion rights advocates feared that the High Court, with its conservative majority, might endorse the Pennsylvania law and even overturn the 73 Roe v. Wade ruling made legal.
They'd never do something like that.
Right?
What year is that?
There was
That's
precedent, right?
73?
I mean,
Okay,
those
1992.
Supreme Court justices
Oh,
said
those
that.
are all 1992. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I forgot that in 1992 that we had to go back and do this shit again.
They fucking caught the car, so now what?
Yeah, because they carved out a bunch of shit.
Speaking of which, did you see Sean Hannity shitting his pants about that?
Oh.
Him being like,
No.
Republicans are gonna keep getting trounced because Democrats are. Hold on, are you ready for the words they're using? Here we go. To describe the ability for women to control their own body, the Democrats are demagoguing on abortion.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the word he used.
We don't live in the effing dark ages, people. And you ain't gonna put me back in the dark ages. Or
So-
you should. We're not going back in time, people.
So they had a big march for gun control that was called the Million Mom March. So is this
Yeah.
one called the Million Not Mom March?
Pretty much.
And I think that was Charlottesville.
No, that's the Million Incel March. Yeah.
That's
It's
the.
also the day that the Rosenbergs were sentenced to death.
Speaking of our last
1951
dive
today.
bar,
Yeah, because it was
That was a good topic.
old girl.
and Roy
Rosenberg.
Cohn comes into play once more.
Yep.
We're just gonna have to do a whole episode on Roy Cohn. I
Yeah,
think.
just like the shittiness of
Yeah,
Roy
because that
Cohn.
man is like was everywhere and everything. I'm like, damn.
I think
Topic 1, Richard Nixon. Topic 2, Donald Trump. Topic 3, anal warts. You know, like
Roger Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Topic
Same
4,
thing.
AIDS. Topic 5, his stuffed froggy collection.
I just-
And he lived with his
It
mother.
just cracks me up that he's got a freaking tattoo of Richard Nixon.
Nixon.
What?
That's wild.
Roger Stone,
Roger
yeah.
Stone? Yeah, he's got a giant back
Tattoo.
tattoo.
That's wild.
Richard
Fuck outta here.
Nixon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Richard
That's
Nixon
messed up.
doing,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not a crook. Well, not as big as Trump now.
Is that for when he
Yeah,
gets
did
for when he gets
Talk about a
pegged at his
cultist.
swinger parties that he goes to? Like they got something to look at. Oh, wait a minute. Oh.
They can
Well,
play
he's
down
right. If Roger Stone's life goal was to make Nixon not look like a crook, him getting Trump elected, I mean, he did it, right?
Good.
Yeah, right.
It's a win.
Good job, man. You proved Nixon wasn't the biggest criminal ever to be president.
Now, that was the biggest. Watergate. I ain't shit compared to.
Now,
right.
I mean,
is
if I had seen Watergate and David had been in Watergate and Bathsheba had been there, then I would not.
hell,
I can't with these people.
No, fuck them.
I'm not.
No, go pray to your invisible Jesus and leave me the fuck alone.
Just fucking hang out with your dead dude on a stick and your magic book and let the rest of us just do what the fuck it is we want to do.
I mean, let people just. Yeah, let people.
Now you listen here. He's not the Messiah. He's a very
Just let
naughty
people
boy.
do what they want. Ain't nobody telling you can't pray and shit. Just
No.
quit shoving it down my throat. I don't want laws made with.
I've never had a
religion.
trans person knock on my door and try to give me something.
Yeah. I've never been like, have you seen have you been prepared your eternal soul for getting ready to be trans? No, I've never ever had that. Never been handed
they show
unwanted
the door with the
literature
scalpel.
about being trans.
They show up at the door with a scalpel. Is that what you said?
Say that.
Yeah,
He did say that. He did say that.
they just show up like, how would you like not
you
a
for
dick
real?
anymore?
It's just like, oh my god! Like, do you remember like the stupid fucking like it would look like $100 bill folded up, and you'd pick it up, and it would be like, "Have you found Jesus? Come to our church and whatnot." And it's like, all you can do is just use it to play poo dollar later and like trick people and hope like the same person picks it up. And if you don't know what poo dollar is, that's because you kids grew up with the fucking internet. We played poo dollar in fucking Baltimore. Oh my god, it's a social goddamn experiment. This one dude picked it up and looked at it and he fucking threw it down and he's like wiping on the back of his lady's jacket when he's like walking with her through Fells Park.
Don't put it out with your boots, Ted.
I didn't know about this. And now, as a man in my 30s, I have to try it.
Oh god, like fucking if you genuinely with some fucking great great entertainment. You and your buddies go out to happy hour and play poo dollar. One of y'all have to poo in the dollar.
I know who's playing poo for a cigarette. That's probably Robert Navarro.
He's getting traded for cigarettes to a guy that doesn't smoke.
Yeah, right.
He's hiding.
Somebody
Extra butter. They're giving him extra butter for sure.
We're all sitting at home enjoying our drinks. You know who isn't?
Peter Navarro.
I don't have to suck dick for honey buns. I don't know about you.
And you know,
you just choose
he's in one of those not so bad prisons, you know.
Yeah,
Just
ruining the
jail,
fantasy.
man.
A minimum security resort.
Not a fuck you in the ass.
Yeah, not a federal pound me in the ass prison.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm like, man.
And you, Peter, are a very bad man.
It's the same name.
Who's Peter?
Yeah, I forgot about their name.
Peter, yeah.
Maybe Ari Mulder Salvo. What you're describing is a coup, Peter.
Jack Smith was like, so I guess we're
The
going
only
to have a
difference is
little
that
talk.
Peter from Office Space avoided prison.
He came back to money.
I want my red stapler. I want my red stapler. Just want my red stapler.
Oh my God. This is
Yeah,
Is that the radio fire?
I set it on fire. I did. Oh gosh.
out of fucking
That's not
sight.
strychnine in the guacamole.
If
I
you-
love that him and his neighbor can hear each other through the walls. Shit cracks me up.
Hey, they can play Jump to Collusion.
Hey, you want to hang out? Jump to collusions.
Yeah, there you go. Jump to collusion.
Oh shit, it's the Rudy Giuliani who jumped to collusions, man.
Lord.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I love to see they took that fax machine out there and that rap song, and they're like beating the crap out of that fax machine. I'm like, hell, there's been a few machines I've wanted to do that too.
Y'all
Yeah,
gotta
but
make my makeup run.
It's Mark Meadows' cell phone.
He's like, well, this is not a mundane detail, Michael. They're certainly going to notice 11,780 votes missing.
The two bulbs, and oh my god.
We've lost the host.
Yeah, we
He's
lost
back
it.
over.
Hell no, man. I don't want you coming over here and f***ing my life up too.
With the bulbs.
Ooh.
But the neighbor is a little bit different because
And I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbor.
And his name is Michael Bolton, and they're always asking him questions.
He's the one who sucks.
The bulbs are like, yeah, that Michael Bolton, this music, I love that. You know, he's like, oh yeah, it's great.
So goddamn funny.
the whole January 6th can be like 4 different Bobs.
And fuck
Yeah,
nuggets.
the bulb.
So what would you say you did on January 6th?
Oh, easy.
We're gonna need those TPS reports.
We're gonna need those TDS reports.
You got the memo.
Oh, Jesus. All right, gang. Shoot us some questions.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot us some
All right, let's see.
Let's see what you got for us.
Question.
This has gone off the rails already.
It always
Sorry.
I was gonna say, tell me a fucking episode that would stayed on the rails.
I think that gummy kicked in, y'all.
Good.
When you started wiping the counter down, I figured you were going pretty good.
I think I might have went a little bit too far. I'm sorry, but
I'm laughing so goddamn hard. I'm gonna get like the Alice Cooper from my fucking eyeliner.
but it's a true story, and it just cracks the shit up out because every time I get, just like, what? Can I get you? Unless Lord.
From Farm Leaf, he goes, yeah, I'm going to have you come in on January 6th.
We're also going to need you to come in for 5 years of prison.
Yeah.
And Peter, did you get the fake electors memo?
The stupid is strong in them motherfuckers.
Going back a little bit, Kim had a question. Is anybody going to DC or not to Chicago this summer for the DNC? And are you looking forward to anything on DNC? I guess.
God, it'd be so good if we could all just meet up.
We poor, we can't be doing that.
No.
I wouldn't want to go to DNC. I don't think.
No, I like we would go just to set up like our own dive bar there. Like we'd set up like a camera and a table.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if somebody wants to fund the show and pay for it, we'll all go and we'll do content.
I mean,
Content out of that.
if you want your favorite Discord miscreants to DNC,
I don't think we could. Yeah. Maybe in 2028 we could do that.
We got to get big before then.
Yeah.
Another one. How many pieces of MAGA flair are you wearing?
Oh, cool.
The Nazis had pieces of flair that they made the Jews wear.
The Jews wear.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
The flare. Oh God.
Some cat says, yeah, we should make a fucking family reunion for it. Yeah, we've been talking about that, trying to see when we can get them together.
I'm just gonna call it that now. I'm just gonna call the MAGA hats pieces of flair now. Like,
yeah. Do you have your Hitler flare on?
Yeah. Perfect.
Fashy flare.
It's off the chain.
They're the flare fash.
Oh, I really like that flare that you hang off the back of your truck.
mm-hmm.
That's a great flare. Flag
Has
flare.
anyone seen anybody with a Biden flag on their truck?
No.
No.
Actually, I saw a car yesterday that still had the Obama circle bumper sticker on.
Like a sticker?
Like the
Because
sticker.
it's not a cult.
Because it's not a cult.
It's not a cult.
No, but I have
not a
seen
cult.
people. I mean, but you see people. I see the fuck Biden or Brandon or whatever flags.
Yeah.
I'm like, geez, no.
Yeah, I had to fuck Trump and 2 upside down American flags on the back of my truck when he was president.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
he was president, but the flags are upside down. Doesn't that?
Yeah, when he was president, the flags were upside down because we're under distress. Yeah.
Yeah. Duress, yeah.
Yep.
Makes sense.
I gotta
Can we
take
hang
those
him
off.
from the flag?
Trump?
Hang him from the flagpole. Fine.
I say we impale him on the flagpole.
There you go.
Fucking Vlad style. Yeah.
Yep. A greasy pole right up the pooper.
And it's just
Like a
kind of making me,
popsicle.
and I feel bad as an American because now I'm starting not to respect our American flag as much as I used to because they freaking ruin it. They freaking ruin it. They
Yep.
Or they
hijacked it.
desecrate it. They desecrated
patriotism. They've hijacked patriotism.
Another comment from Twitch. Kim says, "When my neighbor puts their Trump flag out, I put my pride flag out. I would put a sign that points to their house, going, that person supports Nazi."
Exactly. Yep. That's excellent.
Triple Eight the house says, "That's an ultra MAGA flag. That's ultra MAGA. We're ultra MAGA." Just like CPAC last year or 2 years ago?
Oh, we are domestic terrorists. Great.
Yeah,
you are.
Yeah, you're like, what?
It's not funny, man. Nobody was laughing.
Right now.
No, but that's a croppable sign. Just cut it out where it says we are domestic terrorists. Put a big old arrow. That's them, domestic terrorists. Let them call themselves out. Ratchet asks, "What are we going to do after the election to help put the nail in the coffin of every last white Christian nationalist till the next pandemic?"
Well,
never stop.
Mock them.
We just can't.
Never stop mocking them.
Stop. I mean, we can't stop because they're not.
And I think
they won't stop. So we can stop.
Religion is failing in this country. It's not that it's failing; it's shrinking. They're losing people because they see their grift and they see that half the preachers are raping children, and you can't leave your kids alone with pastors or youth group people. So yeah, the church is going to become archaic.
Who wants to go somewhere where they're not welcome, or they don't feel welcome, and they're not accepted? Who wants to, who wants to go there? If you're going to treat people like that, that's not how Jesus would have treated people. Sorry.
I should go get my dog.
That's the truth.
Well, every time that you point out, that's not how Jesus would behave, they can be like, well, that's just a bunch of woke liberal bullshit because, Jesus is supposed to come back with a flaming sword and excuse me. And every other narrative we want to completely just justify our Christian nationalism and our violence so that, if we're scared of anything, we can just go ahead and just use our pew-pews. And, it's really okay with the Lord. In fact, I saw a documentary where it was armed white Christian nationalists. And they had on their AR-15s, of course, because the Fashcant original, but they had semi-auto. No, it was single shot, semi-auto, and then auto was if the Lord wills it. And they had crosses like carved into their stocks. So I'd like to think that this might be what we are dealing with, and we do know this already, but B, there's already eyes on people like that. And you know how easy it takes to flip one of those members? All they have to do is be like, hey, we'll give you a couple extra coupons to Waffle House. And they'll be like, well, hell, that's all it takes.
That's fucking Knights Templar shit, though. They have the cross on their weapons,
Deus Vult, motherfucker. It's the same. Fuck, it's the same thing. God wills it. Deus Vult. They think they're modern Templars, bro.
Yep. Dea Volente. It's Latin.
It's not going to work out how they think.
Yeah, like I said, the government's going to clap their ass when they try to show their ass, and they're going to play victim.
Mm-hmm. Yep. How many people are already charged? 700 or something from January 6th?
I think it's around 12 or 1,300 now. It's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, there's certainly no shortage.
Yeah.
No, they need to go for the big players.
Yep. Well, the big player, the orange one.
Yeah, and the other people, all the other fuckers that helped them.
Get the big dick daddy from Cincinnati, and we'll get them all.
Yep.
Han Ma, she was given fucking tours.
Han Ma Candy Box was the one typing Nancy Pelosi's location. Sorry, sorry, Derek. What was that?
That's all right. I was saying just the ones that went to fucking Russia. Was it Ron Johnson and
Kennedy?
Rand Paul.
Kennedy.
Yeah,
Not RFK, but
On the 4th of July.
but John F. Kennedy, Senator John Kennedy with his dildos and his erotic literature. Stuff's hot.
Oh my God, I remember that. Didn't
When he was reading, what was he reading?
He was reading about
Talking about banned books.
That was about banned books. I posted that on the channel. Yeah, I posted it on the channel.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
That video got a lot of views, man.
He was telling all kinds of stories about strap-ons.
I'm like, well, I've seen and heard it all now.
Any other questions, gang? Any other questions?
Hunter's big old hog out there in front of everybody to see.
I think that everybody needs to realize that a hunter hog is a unit of measurement. We've adopted this. We're not sure quite if it's metric or not, but one hunter's hog.
Like a Scaramucci, man.
11?
It's totally a unit. It's a metric unit because you can use the metric prefixes. There's kilohogs and millihogs and yeah.
There you go.
Oh, if anyone's talking about millihogs, that's probably Charlie Kirk.
Oh my God. How you're just like, God, is this real life? God, what? The people at home are watching C-SPAN are going, what the fuck?
Yeah, but when you get to micro, it just becomes a Johnson.
Yep. And yeah, a Ben Shapiro is a unit of measurement of relative humidity. So
I thought it was a measure of dryness.
Oh Lord.
Oh, exactly. Humidity. That's how wet you can get it, which is
relative humidity plus dew point equals rain, something he knows nothing about.
Okay. I got a great question from the Twitch from Serenity. How will Trump be found when he kicks the bucket?
Toilet.
Oh boy. With a hooker on him.
I want to say bathroom or toilet.
On the shitter.
Would it be on the shitter? Snorting Adderall.
Yeah.
Snorting Adderall.
On the toilet with a can of Dinty Moore in one hand and a copy of Honcho in the other.
What about the Big Mac? He's got to have a Big Mac.
This sounds like
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he couldn't crap, or maybe
I need my toilet burger.
He just happens to be on the pot and has a massive heart attack.
He's gonna pull an Elvis.
I got him on the bathroom floor, surrounded by secret documents.
I'll take that.
That he used his toilet paper.
Documents.
It is like Clue.
Yeah, it is like Clue. That's what I said.
It's the dumbest version of Clue possible. It's like the traitor in the bathroom with the secret documents.
He's clutching to the last secret document folder.
He feels like he has to wipe his ass with him because he's on a golden toilet. Like regular Charmin's just too good for him. I mean, he's just too good for Charmin.
Remember the pandemic when we couldn't find toilet paper? Well, you asked.
Captain Bone Spurs with the classified document on the golden toilet, and he's going to cut himself with it and bleed to death. It's paper cut.
Yeah,
Paper cut.
He's like, you guys couldn't get toilet paper? I had no problem because here's our nuclear secrets. That's why he kept him in the bathroom, is because he didn't want to use coffee filters like the rest of us, or fucking like I don't know, pieces out of I don't know, the random magazine that you would find on. But you have to avoid the perfume ads because that'll make your asshole sting.
Oh, God. He said he's going to be poo document.
He's going to be found with a diaper halfway up his legs, and he fell over onto Walt Nauta, and Walt Nauta goes out too.
He dies after one last reapy doo. I'll take that.
It's like Ruby Doo.
Waiting for it to go river to do.
There it goes.
Bye-bye.
Oh God.
Yes, it's so good.
Jim says he'll have a heart attack on a golf course, but he doesn't walk his golf courses. He just drives past the holes and cheats.
I smell burnt toast.
Like Charlie Kirk.
Oh shit! He just walked past. Okay. Oh shit!
Yeah, Nat's girl asks, "Do we have to give him a state funeral?" And I say no.
Oh, God.
I say no.
Oh, God.
Not.
Nah.
I say hell no.
I say bury him
I say we
above
dig up his
ground
first wife,
with his
bury him
ass
next to
hanging
her.
above the ground so the kids have somewhere to park their bikes.
You're all taking this the wrong way. Hell yeah, we have a state funeral for him. It'll be a fucking party. We all go there. Everyone fucking goes there and just flips him off while they drive by the fucking
Yes,
court.
and can you please make weed legal before that happens? Because I want to be able to smoke
Have some
one.
fucking eggs at that thing. Right?
And YMCA plays on
Oh,
loop.
DC, you can, can't you?
Yeah, you're good then.
All right.
I don't give a fuck.
And we're going to party. I'm going to have a dance party, and it's going to be awesome.
Will repeat your
No.
I'm going to come.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
All over the place.
Welcome to the palate portion cleansing of the program.
We just laugh at the...
Pumping fuck nuggets.
Man, speaking of Cheeto humping fuck nuggets, I just got to throw this out there. How about that Lev Parnas fucking interview where Tony tried to use a fake name? Tony used a fake name. He wanted to make sure that he was as respectable as possible. And Lev Parnas says, "No. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna say how about Ron Johnson and
true.
Pete Sessions of our Congress who are using your tax dollars to pay Russian spies." Chinese ones too.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
I want to see the discovery on the defamation lawsuit.
I want to see the discovery on the
And
defamation lawsuit of Carrie Lake.
Yeah.
Carrie,
Yeah, that's why Carrie Lake had to drop all her suits. Oh, you want discount? No, never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
that kind of felt hilarious.
The moment that the rubber hits the road, they run like scared little bitches.
Yeah. Because they know if they start digging into their shit.
Nefarious. If they weren't breaking the law, the discovery would be clean.
Hey, you know who complied completely with Discovery? Joe Biden.
that?
Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm not
It's almost
mistaken,
like they
didn't,
didn't have
You mean
anything
the
to hide.
Biden crime family?
Yeah, right? It's almost like they didn't have anything to hide.
didn't Hunter Biden even show up in public to answer the House of Representatives questions? I mean, we're just asking
And
questions
private.
here.
Offered to
Yeah.
do it in public,
Kind of
too.
funny how they wouldn't let them do it in public, huh?
Funny how that works.
Yeah.
You know.
We see through their bullshit, and a lot of people are seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, you
And a lot of
should, 'cause
people
they're
aren't. But,
What are they
you
going to
know.
do about my
full of
orchid?
shit.
Like, they're sending the article to the Senate now to impeach this
DOA,
dude.
bro.
It's going to go nowhere.
DOA. It's just for them to posture because Donald Trump wanted somebody
No, no,
impeached. They weren't going to be able to do it to Biden. So, but Trump wanted to see
Here's what they're gonna do
somebody
about
fucking
Mayorkas.
impeached.
I swear.
And so it's another waste of millions of dollars and time when we could have been actually doing legislation.
What was that, Godfrey?
And you got to bring that up every time.
You said something, Godfrey?
The work's not getting done because they're fucking around.
It's okay. They can fuck around. Their latest fuck around lost another 12% today.
Whoa, what was that?
And that's The Donald Trump stock of Truth Social.
Yeah, although I don't know a lot about stocks, but y'all remember when they tried to pump and dump GameStop?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the average person ended up making money
doing it.
Yeah.
They're making a movie about that, or made one.
The average person ended up making money.
They will try to profit off of it. They will profit off of it, and then they'll get caught again, and they'll go to jail again.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, remember when we thought no one could tank a company faster than Elon?
Oh my Coke! Oh my Diet Coke!
Yeah, it's almost like Elon and Trump should have got in a race and who will lose the most money the quickest. And the winner actually wins money.
Make sure they weren't doing a pump and dump to profit.
Well, I mean, everybody saw that coming a mile fucking off.
Hope he loses it all. Bye. Bye.
He can't sell for 6 months after the SPAC goes public.
So he's stuck with his stock?
Yeah,
He's stuck with it.
because they want to discourage pump and dump schemes like that. So it's got to actually hold value for at least 6 months. Yeah, it's not going to.
Man,
That's not going to happen.
I wonder how Tim Pool's portfolio's doing right about now.
Oh, man.
He bought plenty of DJT.
His ideological stock?
He took a
Ideological stock.
He took a real haircut on that one.
Oh, but he's doing it for the ideology. So Nazi's gonna Nazi.
Took a real beanie cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
A damn beanie. Excuse me.
I just love the fact that he allegedly, and Tim Heidecker has the video, you can watch it yourself, but he allegedly shat himself on live stream. So therefore, every time he signs his name, Tim Pool, he has to write Tim Poo, and that's amazing.
I started myself.
Poor Derek.
You all right?
Derek?
Tim Poo.
Tim Poo got him?
People.
Hey,
That was
Y'all
a good
wanna hear
hit, and you made
something?
me laugh.
Leave Tim Poo
all this
alone.
now that we're talking about pooping or sharding,
Well, I mean,
This is great. This is great.
It was so
This is
great because he had Don Jr. live, and it was like his chance to get in with the fash, and he ends up fucking baking brownies in his trousers. Allegedly.
I bet one of his co-hosts did that to him. They just slipped something in his drink.
Fucking Visine.
Yeah.
I'd love to know who watches your fucking podcast. Never met one in person, thankfully.
Anybody that watches a Republican podcast? Watches it?
Yeah, Tim Pool or those guys.
I never watch them.
Well, you got to hang out in those people's basement with them. So,
No.
I guess a private invite situation.
Yeah, I don't think they'd let me in.
You can go hang out with Cat Turd and collect jars of piss. It'd be awesome.
That, and if they invite you over, they want you to stay and eat sushi and skateboard with them.
Yeah, I'm good.
In their compound.
If anybody gets in their compound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they did with Emma Vigler.
Exactly.
Yep.
And she's like, no, I don't want to be around you creeps. I'm leaving.
Who was that? What was that?
Emma Vigland, when she was on there. If you know who she is, she's on Sam Cedar's show.
Yeah, she's the co-host for Sam Cedar's Minority Report.
Yeah. And she was on there, and she took her to school. Yeah.
And he was like, we invited her to sushi, and we have a skateboard park. And it's like, oh, so you built Paisley Park only with no talent. Poser Park, maybe.
Does that dude look like he can take a fall at all? Come on.
No.
Yeah.
How old is that dude anyway?
I don't know.
I bet he's not a Gen Xer because we know how to take falls. I bet he didn't never jump ramps. With his
No, he's
bicycle.
younger than me.
I'm sure the only blister he's ever got is from jacking off.
38. He's 38 years old.
Oh yeah, no, he don't.
How old?
38.
Oh my God.
He might know a little bit, but not hardcore.
You sweet
like
summer child.
we did.
He ain't a Gen Xer.
Nope.
Yeah.
He's one of those people that like you're like, man, like if you knew him in the local scene, you'd be like, just looking, be like, I can't wait to get you in the mosh pit.
Oh, he would be so beat up every day.
He's a
He would
fist
go in the
magnet
mosh
if
pit
ever I saw
anyway.
one.
He's all talk and that's it.
That's what would get him beat up is his mouth.
What? He's got swords behind him. He's got to be tough.
Yeah, but he has a Telecaster he can't play. I could literally eat a fucking bowl of alphabets and shit a better song than he could write.
Fact.
Any other questions, chat?
Thing in there. No, now they're talking about food. Everyone's munching.
Yeah.
my
I wonder why. I wonder why.
Oh, man. Yeah. Now I'm getting hungry.
Everybody needs to eat something.
Wow.
Yeah, now we all got the munchies.
Mm-hmm.
What, sitting here talking about eating sushi with Tim Pool?
That doesn't make me hungry anymore.
Wow, I don't
I
want
fixed that.
Oh,
More weight loss tips with
better than
Skip.
going out with Matt Gates.
I bet Tim Pool wants to eat some leftist ass, too.
Wishes he could.
He wishes.
Yeah.
It's like porn on the cob.
Yeah.
Just
come on.
funny to listen to.
You know he invited Emma on there to hit on her.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And
Then-
fail.
then she was like, motherfucker, you smell like tapioca. Go away.
tapioca.
That ain't the kind of pudding he smells like.
Vagina.
Yeah, especially after that one episode. Motherfucker has pantaloons full of Swiss Miss in front of Don Jr. thinking he's a champion.
Oh, shit.
Lord. Any other questions?
Last question, let's go fun with from Virgil. What is your favorite meal?
God damn, that's a hard one.
I'll go first on that one. Snow crab legs. They're awesome. Love snow crab.
Fair. A lot of work, though.
Oh, it is. It takes like an hour and a half to eat that. Just like peeling it apart.
Breaking it and breaking it.
Yep. Same with Maryland crab. Take forever to eat it.
Yeah.
Who's next?
You.
Me? Food. That's hard. Probably.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
That's what I heard outside your tent last night.
Pizza, I guess. I like pizza.
Pizza's
It's
good.
very versatile. You can do a lot with it.
My favorite food's probably like Tex-Mex / like country home cooking. You know, I mean, I don't eat it that way all the time, but you know, it just kind of reminds me of growing up when you do like chicken fried steak or stuff like that. I love that, and I love steak too. So yeah, Tex-Mex in that.
That's mine. Steak. Give me a good steak, glass of wine, couple sides. I'm in heaven.
Yeah, I'm thinking steak with salt on the plate, so that as the blood drips out, you can like sop your bread into it, and twice baked potatoes.
So people earlier were commenting that you may look like a vampire. You're just reinforcing that, man.
I'm an umpire. Just call me Johnny Bench.
I gotta double check. How do you like your steak cooked? Because you gotta go rare or at least medium rare.
Rare plus, my friend. Rare plus.
Oh, no, I don't want it bleeding. I don't want it bleeding. My
I
husband
didn't
likes
like it that
medium.
way until I've had it done
I
right.
like a medium well. Because listen,
All I know,
You're too raw, man.
Tony and I
I don't want it
discussed.
cooked. You know, I don't want it. I mean, I want like a little bit of pink. I don't want it bleeding.
They want a medium well, yeah.
Tony and I discussed this. We were doing a Grand Theft Auto live stream during Fuck'em Arcade, and we mentioned that Donald Trump eats his well done with ketchup on top of it. And we're like, fuck, there should be 2 rules why you can't be a leader. You should be like, number one is like, you eat fucking ketchup on your steak, and number 2 is the 14th Amendment. Like,
You eat your steak well done. That's just disqualifying.
well, I mean, there's just so many good, I suppose, like, bits of sopping along with that salt in there for your bread. Like, I mean, for you to not take advantage of that, it might be what I would consider un-American at this point.
You're missing calories.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So, have you guys been?
What's your favorite food, Darren?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
I have.
Cincinnati. Yeah?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right. There's this dish there called Cincinnati chili.
Yeah. I love making that shit.
So it's just a meat sauce. It's just ground beef with spices, tomato based, whatever. And then you put it on either like spaghetti noodles or like on a hot dog. There's all sorts of different ways you can do it, right? But like then you put like the orange orange cheddar cheese on top on that
skyline style.
It's so good.
Oh yeah,
we make it. I have a recipe for it at home.
I made it here in Germany for Tam, and she was like, it's nice, but there's a big cinnamon flavor, and I'm like, that's kind of the point. If you're okay, that's the point. If you are all about the Cincinnati style food, how do you feel about Geta?
Yes, Geta.
Yeah.
So my grandmother grew up in Florence.
Dude, I know all about
Kentucky.
some Florence and some Ellesmere.
Yeah. So Geta, and they even made Geta when I was growing up. I remember having Geta. So I like Geta.
Yeah.
I haven't had it in years, but yeah. So
like that
I've never had it.
It's like imagine pork.
Gotta get some.
Well, imagine like the kind of pork that you use to, make sausage or whatever, but also you combine it with a certain amount of spices and oats to bind it together. There's a company called Gleyer's that like is the Cincinnati family style. Like they would always serve it at like the Anchor Grill. I don't even know if that place is still open or not. But like Geta is, you can literally order it and have it sent to your house.
Oh, nice. I should do that one time. Actually, I have to tell my mom to watch this episode so that she can see us talking about Geta.
Oh, she's from Florence?
Well, no, she's from Minnesota, but like my grandmother was from Kentucky.
Okay, so you know about the Florence Y'all water tower.
The Florence Y'all. I've been there. So, yeah, there you go.
I played the Southgate House a few times, my friend.
Nice.
But did Tony go yet? Did you go?
Yeah, what's Tony's favorite food?
Oh, absolutely steak. I will specifically say the local teppanyaki place called Tokyo Steakhouse. You know, in front of you do the trips.
Hibachi.
Oh yeah, hibachi.
Nice.
Yeah, our favorite chef there has known me and my wife for as long as we've been together, and he's known her longer. And he knows my steak is, as soon as he puts it down, he starts cutting it because that's how rare I like mine. It's like just I want it. I always tell when I go to restaurants, I want it still mooing.
Just knock the horns off and slap it on the ass and send it in.
Yeah.
And send it in, yeah.
Well, that type of steak is really thin and small pieces, so you gotta cook it like rare.
You know, they do. It's a full size like New York steak or ribeye or something, and so it's still that 3/4 inch to an inch thick, and they cut it up and put a little teriyaki sauce right on top and throw it right at you. Perfect.
Ooh, God, I love. Just like the old school hibachis in America, they don't really do that here in Japan. I mean, here in Germany. They have more kind of like tapas sort of situations where you can order like small plates at a time and that kind of thing.
Cool.
I love hibachi places. Mm.
Yes, really, Skip. Japan. That's right, Storm Virgil. I've been drinking something you know nothing about.
Yeah, and so have you, and we all know it.
So, to everybody watching and everything, I give you a big ol' R.
I'm gonna open my last one. Avery Brewery, Boulder, Colorado. White Rascal. Good stuff.
Oh,
I like
that's
the
lovely.
picture.
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah.
it's a Belgian white.
I've had Avery, but not that flavor. I've had like more of their ambers.
What was it? Oh, what's it called? It's now I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I've had it before. So
Yeah, that's
but
good.
This one's
Good
my
brewery.
favorite. It's right next to the Boulder Theater, where some great bands play. It's really cool.
Is that where
I got
Beetlejuice was?
That was in. Where was that? That was in Denver somewhere.
Oh, okay. It's just Colorado. I thought it was close.
Yeah.
There's like
Sure,
two
she's
mountains.
Beetlejuice all
Everybody just lives
Colorado.
on those.
Yeah.
Man, when I lived in Englewood,
you could pick any random theater in Colorado and flip a coin on whether Lauren Boebert's giving someone a handy there.
it's like the map to the stars, only different. Like, step right up. You might be the first one to witness one of our Congress ladies giving hand job to some unsuspecting fellow in a theater, and it just turns out that he also happens to run a Democrat dive bar, which also sells drag queens.
They came all over the place.
Last time I was in New York, which was probably last weekend, I guess Lauren Boebert was all over Trump at the photo op. Did you guys hear about that?
Oh, I heard about
Gross.
that.
Oh,
I didn't see
It
that.
had to be last weekend when everyone was in New York.
Ew,
So he had like a fundraiser.
bro.
They had to have security keep her away from him.
Secret
They
Service.
said she was overserved.
She was trying to juice the Donald.
Yeah, but
Juice
didn't
the
she just
mushroom.
go in for a stomach pump right after that then? So that's probably...
She's trying to juice the mango, bruh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she had like a surgery too. She had like an
Yeah, I
emergency
just saw, I
surgery
saw something about that.
But
for a DVT. Yeah,
Yeah, deep vein thrombosis.
yeah.
Who
Well,
did?
from sitting on her ass too much, not doing anything in Congress.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was from sucking. I think.
Truckers get that from sitting on their ass, so she must have got that from just sitting there not passing any fucking bills.
He probably sucked it out of a trucker. Anyway,
Lauren
So she
Lot
was
Lizard
drunk,
Bober.
Following Trump around. Oh,
yeah,
got a
security had to take
I
her
got a
away. I
picture
think
of
she's
this kid.
desperate.
God, Ted Cruz is
Is she trying to get some Trump?
so gay.
I think she's just desperate to win. She needs his endorsement.
That is just so
what is
gross.
that picture?
I'm sorry, but to break it, but speaking of Turd Cruz, like I am so happy that like he's getting outraised 3-1 right now by Colin Allred. Fuck Turd Cruz.
Yeah. Democrats are coming in with money this year.
They need to get out and vote. That's what matters.
Yeah, it's almost like you'd think they were thinking that their fucking liberties were on the line or something from Project 2025.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Exactly.
Right? Oh God! Oh, that cannot be a real picture.
I'm pretty sure it may not be, but
that's great though.
So all the stories of her being drunk seems to be a report that just came out, but it may be it was from December, so some December fundraiser.
I would try to bring it up, but I don't want to fucking crash the program.
You know, it doesn't have to be real to be true.
Is it real?
It doesn't.
Nope.
Oh, I'll gladly post that, motherfucker.
Oh, now I'm just having fun like we're hanging out because we are. Because this is the way Dive Bar is, everyone. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, we like if you come here expecting some sort of like format, I'm dreadfully sorry, but you're completely in the
really
wrong place because us and format aren't even on speaking terms.
Hey, we got through our 3 subjects.
We always do, somehow.
What was that third one again, Derek?
Today in history.
Today in history. I won't forget it now. Oh, it's the 30th anniversary of Kurt Cobain's suicide as well.
Oh my gosh.
And Line Stanley.
Way to bring down the room.
Same day. Yeah.
Lionel who?
Line Stanley.
Oh, really? They died the same day?
Lane Staley died today too.
But it was the same day. Yeah.
Man,
well,
when they found
really high.
when they found Lane, he'd been like fucking baked into his carpet for like 2 weeks or something like that, man.
Damn. Ew.
Yeah. Not quite sure exactly when he died, but that's what they put on this on his grave, you know.
He passed and then they didn't find him for a hot minute.
Mm-hmm. That was in like 2003, I think, 2004, something like that.
You're gonna have to ask Google machine that
fucking
one.
Lifetime ago, man.
Yeah, for reals. Like since then, Jerry Cantrell's already put together a whole new band. Fuck.
Yeah, and I love William Duvall. He does a good job as a front man.
Is anyone here in the path of the totality for the eclipse?
I think text like everybody's coming here. Places are closing, especially like Waxahachie. Like
really?
Yeah, big time. Like big time. People are closing and traffic, and I mean it's a big deal around here. I think Waxahachie is probably going to be the best.
Yeah, parts of New York State I've already called the state of emergency, like Niagara.
Seriously?
Okay.
Yeah, I saw in the paper, and over 1 million people claim to be going there.
Yeah, so they need the state of emergency so that the states can put extra money and pay for the extra police force and everything needed for people visiting. And they're like, here, what you need, and do stuff like that.
And I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I'll get to see the totality, I mean, I'm in Texas and but like I got glasses and then I got these little things that you can put on your phone filter.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But
that's sweet.
But also, the last time when I was in Houston, when we had like a partial eclipse not too long ago, and Houston was right in the path. You know, it was just, Texas was again in this path. So, and I was out of town. But the lady at the front desk, what she did was get like a bucket of water and had it in the eclipse. You know, once it. Because it, you know, it mirrored, right? So she just took a picture of the water. And it was the coolest thing. Because, I mean, it was so clear. Like, you could really, you know, see the... it was really cool.
That's a cool idea.
And also, they say a colander. You can do, like, look through with a colander.
Oh, yeah.
You could take a box and poke a hole in it, like a cereal box. Poke a hole in it with a pin, and
We used to do that in school every time there was a eclipse. Yeah.
Don't look at the sun through the colander.
Trump.
Don't do that.
You're supposed to do it
through the colander. Put it out of the ground. Yeah. So.
And don't look directly at the sun. Yeah, but I remember the last eclipse. I was in Wyoming, and Wyoming, as you know, is about 500,000 people. Supposedly 1.6 million people went to Wyoming to see the eclipse.
Wow.
And it felt like it. It took us like 9 hours to get out of that state.
Yeah, they've been hyping this shit. I'm like, dude, I better make sure I'm good and prepared that day because I'm not going to try to go anywhere if, I hope I can see it, just go outside and do my thing, and not travel. Because, schools are closing and stuff for that. Some schools are closed. It's crazy.
Oh,
it's going right over Central Texas, too.
Yeah, it's a 2-player game.
Cool.
So if you're in that area, you'll see it.
Whether it's
tomorrow.
sport mode.
Because it's like almost 9 o'clock. Did you go to bed?
She's sleeping on the couch.
Cool. Any more questions?
There's vampire dude.
Pretty good.
No, it's Dracula.
All right, guys. I'm going to call it.
Let's wrap around.
I'm going to call it. Yeah.
Is it?
So,
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Yeah,
good to go.
Come back again, please.
Yes. Please.
Y'all have a good weekend, man.
Enjoy yourselves. Be safe.
Surf's up, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thanks, Obama.
If you give a damn about your democracy, make sure that every day you not only come to Bar of DeMOCKracy, but you catch Tony Michaels every day because he's given out the messaging that we need in order to make sure that we win these elections. Between Tony Michaels and Dr. Rachel Bidikofer, we're going to win this. We got this. And we will see y'all next week. That is a promise.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you all so much.
Fucking Nazis.
Thank you all so much. We will catch y'all later. This has been Bar of DeMOCKracy, MOCK. We'll catch you on the flip side. Later, skaters.
Brother.